Okay, you guys, so we are back with another video. Brandy is out and about today, and she looks a lot better today than she did a few days ago. Seems as though she might have had dipped her hands a bit too deep in the Ozempic jar, maybe. You know, have you ever had that good cocoa butter lotion and you love it so much that when you start using it, you just dig into it. You just dig into it because it gives you that glow and it gives you that nice, beautiful scent. And with the glow and the scent, it keeps your skin calm and all of that. And you enjoy it so much that oftentimes when you just dig in, you think you have the right portion, but when you look, you've got so much and you don't want to put back any of it in the jar, so you just over lather your skin. I think that's what Brandy might have done with the Ozempic. I honestly believe the internet now, because if that's not it, it has to be some witchy deeds. I don't think she was ever sick. I don't think so. Because the clip that we're seeing of Brandy today, she looks like she's, when you're coming out of that Ozempic zone, because remember that these semaglutides, right? They suppress your appetite. When they suppress the appetite, it also can make you dehydrated. And I think what we were seeing was the dehydrated skin, and now she's properly hydrated, still has the weight loss, but hydrated. So she's getting back some of that water weight that makes the skin look plump and firm. Do you know how people say our body holds on to a lot of water weight? Honey, I don't know which of the weight my body is holding on to, honey, but when I tell you barely anything fits me anymore, honey, I want to go get some Ozempic. Like, I want to ask my endocrinologist, like, what semaglutide can I get that is in my tax bracket and price range, because I don't have health insurance, if they're going to give it to me. Because these endocrinologists, they're like, oh, but if you focus on fixing your thyroid, you're gonna be off the steroids. And when you're off the steroids, you're gonna go back to your beautiful 120 pounds, sweetie. Don't worry about it. And that's the spiel they give me every time, Can you imagine? You were 100 and you fluctuate. No, you were 120 pounds. And you normally fluctuate between 120 to 125. Then you go from that to 175, 180. Like, women or what, like anyone that's on steroids because of a medical condition, you guys are the true heroes. I'm on steroid, but you guys are the true heroes. Like, we are the true heroes. Can you imagine looking in a mirror and you're wondering who is that person? Can you imagine you see someone in the mirror and you literally, seriously, you get frightened because you didn't realize it was you? Man, the challenge and the struggle, it is so real. It is real. People, it is real. But Brandy is back out here. She's not quite back to herself. I know she's gonna be looking a lot healthier within the next month or two. I think what happened to Brandy was this, because I pay attention to details. I saw it. And the reason why I saw it is because it happens to me too. But with Brandy, I think what happened was the stress from the tour caused her to gain so much weight, because I don't know if you guys saw Brandy like on the final 2 weeks of that tour, she gained a lot of weight. And I think she gained so much weight, she wasn't accustomed to her body being like that. And I think she was feeling healthy because when you gain so much weight and your body's not accustomed to it, you want to feel your best. You want to feel healthy. You don't want to have that shortness of breath or anything like that, right? So I think because she had gained so much weight in such a short space of time, she might have taken a semaglutide without realizing that, because when you stop taking it, right? When you stop taking the semaglutide, because our bodies are different, they have an idea how it works, but they also know that our bodies are different and for everyone, it's different. I think that even after she stopped taking it, she was still losing the weight, and I think that their calculations it was a bit off as to when she was to stop the weight, taking it. And I think because that calculation was a bit off, she has lost maybe about 10 or 15 pounds more than what she was initially aiming for. And she could not do anything about it. She just had to go with it. She just had to rock it, right? Because our life is like yin and yang. We have to take the yings with the yangs. So guys, don't hide out if this should happen to you. Don't feel ashamed. Because you know who was also looking like that too? Sometime last year? Jordan Woods. It was showing in Jordan Woods' face. It was showing in Jordan Woods' face. But because Jordan Woods is big bone, you know those big bone women? No matter what, they're gonna have body. So the reason why it never showed on Jordan Woods' body as much as it did in her face is because Jordan Woods is a big bone girl, right? Her sister is not a big bone, but you can tell that Jordan Woods is naturally a big bone. But the Ozempic face was showing in Jordan Woods' face. I follow her on TikTok, and when I said, wait a minute, Jordan Woods has the Ozempic face, and when I looked in the comment section, there were people saying it a lot, and she never did a video to correct them or anything. So normally, once someone keeps saying something in her comment section and she's not quick to correct them, sometimes it is true. But with Brandy, I do believe that she might have been an Ozempic for real, as the internet believes. But she's looking better today, based on the time that this clip was taken, the clip that I've inserted. She looks a lot better. So I think her body's getting back to that good, healthy, balanced stage. I hope she's okay though. Because, life is so unpredictable, and I see people who eat so clean and healthy, they're now coming out with different diagnoses, and it's been shocking the internet. So I do hope that Brandy is okay. And it's always love over here for the celebrities. We drag a few, but at the end of the day, it's gonna always be love, And that's all I have to say about that. Peace.